Hi, and welcome to another free.volous webisode. It is the start of sort of a heat wave here in Portugal, especially in Lisbon, so I'm going to try to record a few videos in a row before it gets too hot to even have any kind of light seeping through the windows. If you hear my fan, I'm sorry, I'm going to try to work on that on post, but I need something to cool the air because I have to have my windows closed right now. There's too much traffic and sounds. So, an empties video. These are the empties that I accumulated over the past, I think, month and a bit, ever since the latest video on my empty. So let's dive right in. This is quite heavy on SPF, proud, but let's go maybe starting with the body SPF. This is the Hourglass Barrier Sun fragrance-free spray, very high protection. This is a fluid, although it comes in a spray, so it is, I don't know if there's anything left. Maybe I left something to show you. Not really anything that could come out through the spray nozzle. Okay, I can show you here. But this is the texture. As you can see, it is a fluid cream. It is nice, but if you apply the correct amount, which I try to desperately, it becomes a bit heavy and tacky, so it was a bit more difficult to go through. It's hard to find an SPF that really sinks into the skin on your body. It doesn't stick to your clothes. But this was a good one, don't get me wrong. Just keep in mind that when you apply the correct amount, it is not that really lightweight or feathery or velvety finish on the skin. It becomes a bit more creamy and you can feel its presence. The good thing about most Hourglass products that I've tried is that they do not leave, on my light to medium olive skin, a white cast, which is really good. Sometimes some friends of mine who are more light skinned than me say, oh, this doesn't leave a white cast, and then I go to try and, oh, this is showing up on my skin. So it's always some sort of reference. So in terms of body SPF, I think this was the main one. Also, and I have it here in pieces, this is the P20 Sun Care for Kids from Riemann Laboratories. I love this SPF. This is a very heavy duty SPF. This is the workhorse that I take with me when there is intense sun exposure. And this is a cream. So it is a cream, it feels like a cream, it is nourishing on the skin, it doesn't feel super lightweight or anything, it does sink in, but it leaves a bit of a, you know, a touch of creaminess on the skin. Some people may not like this, but I swear by this in terms of thoroughly protecting your skin from the sun, especially with intense sun exposure. That is not the moment to look for really lightweight things that disappear. Usually you're just not using enough. So I prefer to bang on one of these. And this was a 200ml one. Took me a while to use up, but it's done. And I'm really proud of being able to use this. I've transferred what's left of this into a little pot, and I'm using that, those remnants over the next few days. Next, exclusively for face, although I do use the P20 on my face mostly because especially when I've done my laser treatments, I want the best protection out there, and I go between that one and the Antelios UV Immune from La Roche-Posay, the new one. But yeah, now let's go into face sunscreens. This one is the Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Milk Pink. This has a pinky... Does it have anything in there? Oh yes, I got a bit. This has a bit of a pinky undertone to it, and it doesn't suit my skin as well because it starts to show, if you use the correct amount, it starts to show. I can use this, you know, underneath foundation, no problems. I love the Skin Aqua, the UV Super Moisture Gel. That one is my favorite. I already have a big one with a pump in my vanity to use. So this one was a good one. The milk is not too hydrating or heavy in any way, shape or form, but it is a bit more hydrating, or you feel it a little bit more than the gel, and it does have that little pinkish cast which does not suit my skin perfectly, but it goes seamlessly under makeup, so I can cover it up, so I use that up. This one took a bit to use up, almost borderline expiring before we used it up, but this is the Eucerin Oil Control Dry Touch Sun Gel, and it's a really interesting, again, nothing left, really interesting texture. It really is really lightweight, it sinks into the skin. Problem is this pills for me, even on top of just one thin layer of an antioxidant that I let set before I use this still pills, so I could use this in limited times throughout my week. I shared this, so that's why we ended up using it up in time. So that's it for the SPFs. Now let's talk about my Paulas Choice 2% Body Smoothing Spot Exfoliant. Yes, I went over another one of these. I cut it, I use it to the last drop. There's another one on the way from my sweet More Than Beauty store because I should put this, they should have a service of refreshing and replenishing every couple of months. I need a new one of these. My back is completely clear of blemishes now that I've been really regular with application every evening before bed. My back completely cleared out, and it's because of this, no doubt. Another body product, this was a sample that was given to me at Jo Malone. This is Jo Malone Woods Agency Salt, the bath gel. It was nice. I love Woods Agency Salt, the scent. It does lather well. It feels really nice on the skin. It smells good. It doesn't linger too much on the skin, sadly. I don't think they have a body lotion version of it. What's the deal? They should have this, the body lotion, then the perfume, and then you'd be... But anyway, what do I know? But yeah, I enjoyed using it. I'm not going to buy it because, you know, very expensive. Now, to face mists. Cordali grape water, whatever. It's a nice water. Nothing left, sadly. It's nice water to spray on the skin. I think it's a bit too overpriced. And again, these kind of canned products, they either bring a bit of extra benefit to the skin, or I feel a bit guilty regarding using them. So the grape water, although it may have a few antioxidants, you use it mainly for hydrating or for hydration. And although the mist, this kind of aerosol mist, feels really good on the skin, it's not the best for the environment, I think. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. This one though, Zinc by La Roche-Posay. This has been discontinued in Portugal, but it's still being sold in other places, so I can still get a hold of it. I don't know why they stopped selling it in Portugal. I don't know why most decisions are taken in the world, so anyway. I love this. This is one of those that I really like, especially in the summertime when it gets hotter and I get sweatier and my skin can be a bit more prone to breakouts due to that excess oil production. And this is a great one. I love using this when working out. It has a bit of zinc sulfate and it's great for soothing the skin. So I have another one of these I got through Feel Unique or something. Now, I have several makeup products here. Wow, who is she? Well, the most surprising, maybe, is the Hourglass powder. What was your name? Too small for me. The Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I adored this powder. Used it till the last drop. I removed this top here because at some point I realized the powder was getting stuck on the sides of the sifter and it wasn't coming out. So I removed the sifter part and I used all the powder up. It took me years to use it up because not only I do not use powders every single day, but I also go back and forth between powders, so it takes me a while to go through a powder. I adore this one. It's super lightweight. It's not very oil controlling. It does still let your oil seep through. I have lots of powders to use up. There is space in my collection for a very lightweight powder that isn't as heavy or oil absorbing as most of the other ones are. But for now, I'm not going to buy any more loose powders because I still have some to go through. And even a mini, for me, lasts a long time. So, yeah. The next product is actually not... I didn't empty it up. It emptied out itself because it broke in my handbag. This is a L'Oreal Infallible or Infaillible 24-hour fresh wear foundation powder. Everybody knows this one. And I really like it. That's why I had it on my handbag. And I got really, really frustrated when I realized it had broken. I just opened it up. It had a little dent in one side. And I didn't put it back in my handbag. But still, it started to crumble just by picking it up. So but everything went downhill from there. And I only have few remnants of the product. The color that I use is 120, I think. Yeah, I think it is. It's not a precise match. It's a bit too peachy for me, but find me a powder that isn't too peachy and that fits olive skin tones. Only Cover FX. But yeah, I love it. I will probably repurchase it. For now, I'm trying to behave and use up what I already have. But it is sadly missed. It is, for sure. I'm trying to use up my Fenty powder, which I really enjoy. The thing is, it just creates a hard pan in a heartbeat. It's really frustrating to use in that sense. I can't use it with a sponge because the moment the sponge touches my face, the oils, be it from the makeup or from my face, even when I've blotted before using this, the oils in the sponge go back into the powder and it immediately creates this hard pan effect. So not a fan of that. I use it with a brush, and so because of that I use it mostly at home. Don't use it as much for touch-ups. I love the powder itself. I love the finish it gives. I love the coverage. It's really malleable and versatile. You can build up the coverage or just use it to slightly blot some places, but and I love it to cover my hyperpigmentation on the sides of my face. But yeah, it's been, but this one is still ongoing. I was just showing you now, just checking how much time do I have. I have a lip pencil. This is MAC Morning Coffee. This is my all-time favorite lip pencil. The shade is perfect for me. It just gives me a bit of a darker shade than my lips. It has a bit of purple and brown and red to it. It's a fantastic color. It's a bit deeper than Whirl, let's say, but I'm not going to buy it, at least for now, because I'm a big fan of the NYX lip pencils, and I don't think you need to spend any more money than on a NYX lip pencil. It's not worth it. They're fantastic, and I'm really happy with this color selection that I have. Los Angeles, it's the closest color to Morning Coffee that I own. Then you must have seen this on my Instagram, the Marc Jacobs Highliner. Finally used it up. It started to get really dry, so I gave up on it before I got to the bottom, but it was starting to get really dry. And yeah, I love this, and I'm on the hunt for something as good as this. Of course, I started with the other brands under the same umbrella brand as Marc Jacobs. So I'm starting with KVD and Sephora Collection, and I have both of them, and I'm giving them a try. So far, really impressed. Spoilers. Next one, Urban Decay Brow Blade. Oh, I'm so sad to see this one go. I bought this, if you remember, because of the brush liner side, because I really wanted to try. I thought that these kind of brush applicators would be really good to draw on very thin eyebrow strokes, but I can't with this. It feels too soft and flimsy, and it doesn't look good on me. I've tried to make it work for a long time, but I was super impressed with the pencil side, and the color, which is dark drapes, was perfect for me. I never had a color match as perfect as this one, and I'm so sad because they don't do the brow pencil, I think, alone. They only do it with the inky part of the brush pen. So I don't think I'm going to buy this unless I find out they have a really thin brow pencil on itself in this color. If I do find that, I'll use up my Essence stuff and go to this one, because it lasted me a long time and it lasts a long time on the brows. It doesn't fade. It's not too creamy to a point where it gets, you know, thick and it starts to melt and create a unibrow, which is not my kind of thing. I like to create small, thin strokes to pretend there's more hair there. But yeah, really love this. I'm not going to buy it for now, but will consider repurchasing later, because the shade match, man, the shade match. Now, last product is the Oilier Limitless Lash Mascara, and I'm a bit torn regarding this one because I loved the formula and the finish on my lashes. This gives me fluffy, fluttery lashes. They look super thick and dense and bushy without looking clumpy and spidery, which is my jam. And a bonus point, despite this not claiming to be long-wearing, waterproof, or of course a tubing mascara, but without claiming any kind of long wearability, it lasted on my eyes for a long time, and everything melts on my eyes except for tubing mascaras and Hourglass Caution mascara, which I sadly can't get a hold of easily in Portugal anymore. And this was kind of the replacement for that one, you know. It's not a waterproof mascara, it's not one of my tubing mascaras, but it's still lasting on my eyes, on my lashes, and making them beautiful. So I was absolutely in love with this mascara until the day it started to smell. And this is something that needs to be addressed. So-called self-proclaimed clean beauty brands usually do not believe in parabens, which are very safe, reliable, effective preservatives. They use other things as preservatives, and hence most brands that prefer not to use parabens usually have a faulty preservative system. And this is just bang on the example. This is a travel size mascara. It started to smell before the use by, I don't know, 3 or 6 months. I noticed that it started to smell before that. The formula in terms of texture stayed the same, but the smell is impossible, to be honest. It's very bad, so it's really easy to notice. But it's a travel size. If you can't use up a travel size, and I was using this basically every single day because, as I said, I didn't feel the need to grab for my tubing mascaras. I was using this every single day, so I was going to use this up by 3-4 months maybe, and I wasn't able to do that. So please think twice when a brand claims to be paraben free and clean and whatever. What is clean and safe for you when they have a faulty preservative system? That means that a product will go bad a lot sooner than you used to, but they still sell you the same sizes as the other brands with the parabens sell, at the same prices or heftier prices than those, but then they expire. You can't use your products, so basically it's a cash grab. For me, it becomes a cash grab. The waste, the sheer amount of waste is appalling to me. So I love this mascara. I would only buy the travel size. I would never risk buying the full size. I was thinking about it when I was using it, but then I changed my mind. I don't know why. And I love this, but I'm not going to buy it. And to be honest, again, when it comes to these clean and green, stupid statements, ridiculous fear-mongering statements, This is the proof. This is not healthy. This is not good for you. This is not better for you than anything else. Buy a good, reliable mascara. I was so disappointed. I can't even. Although I should expect that because Ilia is one of those. It's part of that group. So you keep your avocados. I'll keep mine. That's the rule of the game. Anyway. These were my empties for this month. I hope you have enjoyed this video. As usual, leave me a thumbs up and comment down below what you want to see next. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Spread the word about me. I'm at the free.volous on Instagram if you want to follow me and chat with me on there. And as usual and as always, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!